Why this is little dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone? Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Last time I died and was brought back to life, so let's carry on. Shepard escaped the attack on this facility alongside with the operatives Taylor and Lawson. Facility destroyed by remote detonation. Salvage teams will ensure no incriminating data survived. Per Miranda's recommendation, I am running security sweeps on other cells to ensure that Wilson was our only mole. Regardless of the cost, Project Lazarus was a success. Shepard is back. You've received the following bonuses for importing a character from Mass Effect 2. Yeah, bunch of experience, bunch of credits, and bunch of stuff.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The Illusive Man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the Illusive Man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear, and we've got no target to go after.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town. Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Sounds like specs.
Strange.
Oh. Were they stronger than the ones on the station? They killed me surprisingly fast.
That sounds like specs.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colonies.
Alert.
Eyes ahead!
I got you. Shoot them before they take out the shields.
Okay, that's rather embarrassing. Okay, it will get better, I promise. Not much better, but you know.
That sounds like better specs.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colonies.
Impact image.
Targeting.
You bet.
Critical system down. Rerouting power.
Charge him up!
More hostile force using non-standard ammunition.
Shoot them before they take out the... There we go!
More casualties. Alert.
On my way!
Hostile forces have engaged.
Sure thing. I got him! On it.
Impact imminent. Impact. Hostile forces have engaged.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Okay, that was pretty embarrassing. I apologize for that.
We've been spotted.
Here goes!
Yes, blast shield.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data, Tali? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
Cerberus rebuilt me, but I'm not taking their orders. We can discuss the specifics once I know why you're here.
One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Veetor. We came to find him.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Veetor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Veetor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Veetor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back. Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
Will we? So far, I've been pretty thoroughly schooled. Pretty thoroughly schooled by. What?
Put them down.
What? Where did he even? Okay. Man, this is starting to turn into a bit of a farce.
There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
Where did he even come from?
Gear up!
Warning, hostile force using non-standard ammunition.
Use overload on it. Got it! Drop. Use overload on it.
Impressive!
Target down!
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Veetor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
Actually, didn't I level up? Well, I guess I didn't.
Gotta hurt! Sure thing.
Understood. Affirmative.
Got a line.
Not a problem. Overloading their systems.
Hurry, Shepard. We're inside the loading docks. Veetor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Veetor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point. Heading to cover.
Right. Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door. That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down. Overload will take out the shields.
Access requested.
Okay. I think there might be some loot around. Indeed.
Now what's this?
This is your chance to go find Veetor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Veetor?
No Veetor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Veetor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seekers swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Illusive Man can figure it out.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Illusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Veetor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Veetor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Veetor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
Obviously, I'm not going to give him to a terrorist group that's known for violent experiments on people. They can go screw themselves. As I said in the previous episode, I rather strongly dislike the very fact that the game railroads you into working with Cerberus in the first place, because it seems to me, if I actually was Shepard, then after this mission, establishing the initial threat, learning some basic information, I would just fuck off. Like, I would literally just go back to the Alliance and the Council. And maybe while I was at it, I could, give them some info on Cerberus and like their bases and stuff, so that they could be hurt. Because they are trash. There is no, they're inhumane, which is a fun thing to say, because they are also a human supremacist group, but they are inhumane even in the way they treat other humans, let alone aliens. So yeah, they can go, screw themselves, and Veetor goes with Tali.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Veetor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
To be honest, it's kind of stupid. And it seems, what's the word? Not ingenious, but it's, what's the word for that? It seems insincere for him to even be surprised that everyone treats him and Cerberus as a threat. They've proven that they are. As I said in the previous episode, I fully understand that most people have a visceral, reaction of disdain when they hear about them, because what they've been doing, it's not a matter of political disagreement. They are literally terrorists who are experimenting on people. This is some, Unit 731 Mengele level stuff that they were doing. So, yeah.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Caden Olenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Illusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Collectors confirmed as source of the attacks on Freedom's progress, Quarian survivor Veetor, returned with Tali to the migrant fleet, will examine his Omni-tool data for anything useful. Got an upgrade for heavy weapons, but you must recruit a head scientist to be able to build this upgrade.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Yeah, acquire the professor to research upgrades for your squad's equipment. That's another reason why it's very useful to go for him first. Now, I've always found, even when I first played the game, and it ties with what I think about the intro, I found it stupid that there's this triumphant return of the Normandy, like you had this reveal with the swelling music, but it's literally an hour after the previous Normandy was destroyed. Like, there is no time to develop emotional impact of that even happening in the first place, much less being reversed. I think it's dumb.
Yes, Shepard.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Illusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Illusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Illusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Now, what's interesting to me is the fact that apart from Edie, every other virtual intelligence you meet, a virtual intelligence quasi-AI assistant that you meet has a personified avatar. They look like people. They are just, glowing and basically holograms of people. But she is a weird ball. I'm not quite sure why that is. You'd think, it would be easier to connect with her. She behaves as a person, more or less. It's such an advanced AI that you can have a conversation with her, and it would be easier to mentally easier, I think, to have that conversation if she had a familiar shape, as opposed to this weird ball that's kind of disconnected from everything.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you are such a downer. Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
If you don't want to hear it, turn the damn sound off.
Well, it doesn't change anything. It's still watching. Like some creepy kid staring at the back of your head in comp side. You just want to punch him, but he's special and he sets fires or something. Okay, a little too far there, but you know what I mean.
Your problem, not mine.
Thanks, I'll remember this.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay, shutter control.
Upgrades are messing with our inertial skew, compensating.
Let's talk to the others on the crew. I cannot get into the tech
A
lab.
scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Welcome aboard, Commander. I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
Wait. Wasn't she a redhead originally in Mass Effect 2? Like, I remember her having quite vibrantly red hair. Weird.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Sure.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
That's actually... That strikes me as pretty sensible, and something that I don't think happens that often in stories. In fact, the opposite happens a lot, where there's no effective mental health counseling. Like, everybody is traumatized and not doing anything about it, outside of maybe self-destructive tendencies and drinking a lot of alcohol. But it strikes me as downright logical that if you send people on something that is literally referred to as a suicide mission at a certain point later on, then it would be good to have, a mental health specialist on board that can help people deal with the stress of that.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Illusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Okay, that's weird. Because we've literally just met. Come on. Like, how obsessed with me can you be?
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
No. Like, first of all, that doesn't matter. The whole thing about how the end... the end justifies the means. Yeah, the end justifies the means is nonsense. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. There is certainly a possibility of going too far in a good cause, and that makes it automatically not worth it. And besides, the thing that they were doing, they weren't even, if they had some benefit to humanity, it was tangential. Like, most of the things that they were doing in Mass Effect 1 fell squarely in the, do it for science category, without any real tangible, benefit for the immediate, future. Because they were, turning people into husks and just to see what's going to happen, or, trying to... getting people wounded with treasure maw acid to see how the wounds progress. Like, it's literally the type of things that the Japanese were doing during World War II, which were literal war crimes that they were doing just because they wanted more scientific data, and they didn't care about the means in which that data is obtained.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
You are very loving. I feel like that might be read in multiple ways.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Okay, so I have a terminal with messages, and as you can see I can already have a bunch of them. From Counselor Anderson, on the off chance that the rumors are true and you're actually alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put me on the council, and it's only fair that you will be allowed to speak for yourself about what we have been hearing. A deal struck with Zayed Massani from the Illusive Man. Shepard, we've reached an agreement with the veteran mercenary Zayed Massani. You may know the name. Zayed has been involved in some of the best known, and some utterly unknown, military operations in the Terminus system. And is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I feel you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You will find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of that personally. Lost contact with a survey ship. Commander, this is MSV Rosalie. A survey ship with Cerberus connections has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, Hammerhead planet-side exploration rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Case and Dr. Robert Oloy are on board the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team and the doctors. MSV Rosalie was last seen near the planet Ziona, Elista Ismar Frontier. Normandy crash site located. Admiral Hackett, Commander Shepard, our scans in the Ameda system have turned up something we thought you should see, the final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We would like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of those lost crewmen, we ask you to report to the Alliance, so that those heroes' families might find some closure. Godspeed to you, Commander. Recon Hood, from the Illusive Man. Shepard, it occurred to our armored technicians that you might not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. Overlord, from the Illusive Man. Shepard, one of our cells just went off-grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Ite in Typhon system, inside the Phoenix massing cluster. Please use care in this matter. Arc Projector, from the Illusive Man. Shepard, we recently had an incident involving Geth at one of our outposts in the Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against the Geth scouting party and credited their success to the new advanced electrical arc attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take custody of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. I sent it to the Normandy's armory so that you can examine it for yourself and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicate it overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are poor substitute for actual field reports. We know it works. Now we want to see what it can do in the right hands. If all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. Rendezvous with Kasumi Goto, from the Illusive Man. Shepard, at great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief Kasumi Goto and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skill will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to Zakera Ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password Silence is Golden to begin the rendezvous. Ascension Financial Services, your account. Ascension Financial Services on Earth Hello, Commander Shepard. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administration fees for closing the file, the subsequent change in status and the reactivation of your account, you have a remaining balance of 100,000 credits. Thank you for banking with the Ascension Financial Services. We look forward to working with you. Are you protecting your greatest assets? We will find the best life insurance rate and coverage to fit your needs. Reply for a free quote today. Now, I feel like it's kind of stupid that some of those messages that they appear outright. Like, for example, all of those things about like DLC and stuff. I've barely just returned alive, and there's Admiral Hackett sending me messages about the Normandy. Like, it seems kind of, the pace is kind of weird on that. The only one that makes sense is the one that was originally here in the vanilla game, which is this, because it's he's fishing for information. He's like, oh, I'm not sure, we've been hearing rumors, I'm sending it on an off chance that it's actually true, come and meet me and explain yourself. And also, just to have you know, I haven't played all of the DLC I've played some of the DLC for Mass Effect 2 and 3. So, for example, I have never recruited Kasumi because I never owned that particular DLC. So it might be kind of interesting for me to experience that, because I have no, I have no knowledge of that character or any interactions you might have with her. And you know what? I might as well check out this arc projector. It seems more interesting than the simple grenade launcher. The arc projector ionizes targets with a non-visible laser to ready them for high voltage electrical attack. As the lightning-like bolt hits the first target, a sophisticated auto-targeting system paints succeeding targets with the ionizing laser, allowing the electricity to take the path of least resistance and arc between them. An entire enemy strike team can be shot to death with a few pulls of the trigger. Yeah, so this is where Jacob hangs out. You also have a view of the drive core.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the Illusive Man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything. Commander, can I help you with something?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, the saying about how a good deed is like pissing your pants in the dark, it's actually quite a good saying, actually. You know, it displays both a kind of, a sense of humor and also this well, cynicism is not the right word, I feel like, because a truly cynical person wouldn't even bother to do the right thing and then complain about how nobody notices. But it is, a little bit jaded.
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Okay.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
That's a lie, and you know it. Yeah. She does that a lot. Which, to be honest, is kind of hilarious, because telling me when I have unread messages is like her official... one of the things that compromise her official job, and yet she utterly sucks at it. However, first of all, I did level up, right? Yes, I can upgrade the cloak. And when you reach level 4, you always get... a choice. I will take this because it gives you a much greater damage bonus, which, the true strength of the cloak isn't really staying hidden per se. It's the fact that you get a damage bonus while you're cloaked, which is especially useful for a sniper rifle, so I'll take the assassination cloak. You are the master of the hidden strike, gaining a huge bonus to damage if you attack while cloaked. Okay, but this episode has also been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!